Can you believe it? It's already been a month since Pesach. I know when we're in quarantine it feels like Pesach was a year ago and a week ago somehow at the same time, but it was a month ago, which means that right now we're at Pesach Sheni. Pesach Sheni was a second chance that was given to those people that were tamei, impure, to bring a carbon Pesach, a Pesach offering. And Rabbi Sachar Frand brings a great insight about this that is extremely applicable to our current situation that I'd like to share with you. In Tosfos' commentary in the Gemara Kedushin, he explains that for the first year that the Jewish people were in the Midbar, they had the Pesach Sheni as an opportunity for those people that were impure to bring the carbon Pesach. However, for the 40 years that followed, they did not bring even one carbon Pesach, and this is something that was frowned upon, the fact that they did not bring one carbon Pesach all those years. And the Chidushei Arim, the Ger Rebbe, asks, what did they do wrong here? Why do we frown upon the fact that they didn't bring a carbon Pesach all these years? There was a good reason for this. There was a serious health concern that prevented them from doing so. It's starting to sound familiar, right? The health concern here was that in the desert, because of the detrimental weather, they weren't able to get a bris and therefore were disqualified from bringing the carbon Pesach. So why do we frown upon the fact that they didn't bring a carbon Pesach here? Have you ever spoke to somebody and they said something but you knew they meant the exact opposite? Like if they said, please don't take offense to what I'm going to say, but you know they're going to say something highly offensive right after that. Or if they say, so to make a long story short, or it's just a 2-minute video, and then they go on rambling on and on and on, right? We know those people. So this, says the Chidushei Arim, is the differentiator between what they said to what they meant that made all the difference here. For the 40 years that the Jewish people were in the Midbar, they said, what can we do? But what they meant was kind of throwing their hands up. What can we do? We can't do anything about this. There's a health concern here, and we're kind of off the hook until that's straightened out. On the other hand, the people that were tamei, they said, what can we do? We want to do this mitzvah and we're yearning to have the opportunity to bring the carbon Pesach. And because that was their attitude and that's what they meant, Hashem gave them the opportunity of carbon Pesach. So in our current situation, regardless of where you fall on the spectrum of social distancing, whether you're extremely conscientious about it or maybe you're loosening up a bit at this point, either way we can all agree that we're definitely still in a compromised environment as it pertains to connecting and serving Hashem with our davening, our learning, or everything else we need to do. So the question is, what's our approach? Is our approach kind of shrugging it off and saying, well, what can we do? There's not really much we can do at this point. Or are we saying, what can we do? We want to reconnect with you, Hashem. We want to get back to how it was. How can we get there? So let's take a message from the Pesach Sheni and show Hashem that we sincerely want this, and hopefully Hashem will recognize us and give us that opportunity once again very soon. Have a great Shabbos.